Welcome to Paris. Luis Enrique is the new manager for Paris Saint-Germain. But my question is, will Luis Enrique do well in a club where we know the expectations, there's only one, to win the Champions League. You only do well if you win the Champions League. He signed a contract until 2025, but it doesn't matter. He could have signed till 2035, 2045. If you not win the Champions League in your first season, most likely the door will be open and you will get sacked. But on this video, myself as usually and the king, the one and only Dhaliwal, in here to give our thoughts on this
Yep.
latest. Confirmed by the club, obviously Fabrizio Romano has said a few weeks ago that Luis Enrique would be Paris Saint-Germain new manager. But the question is, to you, even myself, to everyone, but I basically just answer. Will the Spanish coach do well? What they
Uh,
expect from Luis Enrique?
um, will he do well? I think he probably will, but will PSG give him the time? That's the main question. I think will PSG will, because I don't see him winning the Champions League in their first season. Like it's just not gonna happen. Don't see it. Madrid look better, Man City look better, even Arsenal look better, and generally Arsenal ball jobs. So like I think overall, it's I think expectations Champions League every year. Like you should be winning the Champions League, or it's a failure. That's the standards, and it's high standards, obviously. But like like the signings they made. I mean, Agate and
Yes,
Agate and
and their son as well, Hernandez as well from Bayer.
yep,
Lucas Hernandez.
I made some good signings.
And they're gonna
Like
sign millions.
um
Skriniar from Inter. They signed Correa as well from
yeah,
Mallorca. Asensio as well for free. Sending in a young talent from Benfica as well. But the thing is that I mean, when I put this question up, it's like, yeah, I mean, what can we class as doing well, right? For me, he has to win the Champions League. For him to do well, because you expect him to win League One every year, right? You expect him to dominate the cup as well in the cups, yeah. But for him to win the Champions League with this Paris Saint-Germain, let's not forget we don't know about MBAPPE's situation at the minute, and even Luis Enrique, he
yeah.
doesn't even know what's going on.
The
And
mentality.
Paris Saint-Germain owner have come out and said that you know MBAPPE promised us he would not leave the club for free, and we want him to stay. And if he stays, he has to
I don't
renew,
think
or he's gonna have to leave.
yeah. I mean, I think overall, for me, class is a good season is well, my good season and PSG good season is different. Now I know the mentality is wrong, so I think for PSG to even consider get far in the Champions League, just get far. I don't know, round of six, get to quarterfinals at least. Yeah, if you get to the quarterfinals, the next season you can go to the semis. Then the season after, win the Champions League. Now, do I see PSG doing that process? Probably not. But if there's a man that can win the Champions League, has done it, probably him. Probably he's the one that can have a bit of hope. There's a bit of hope about Luis Enrique doing
Mm.
the magic.
Look, don't get me wrong. I do like his style of football. Come on, he was a Barca, but let's not forget the team that Barca had. Yeah, he won basically everything with Barcelona. But then, yeah, I do like his style of football, attacking football. But when you see, it was one season with Roma, one season with Celtic de Vigo as well, and then he was with Barca. He won with Barca, but then a lot of people is gonna say that he wouldn't win with that team with probably the best three of all time: Neymar, Messi, and Luis Suarez. But then he went to Spain. He kind of flopped. But obviously, it's different. His style of football, bringing youngsters like he did. He played so many youngsters, right? And he will. Paris Saint-Germain has a lot young talent players. He will be playing them for sure. The new project is to rebuild the squad with young players as well. Like they're signing a few
Yeah,
young players too. But he is the perfect manager for the signings they're making. Yeah, he is,
I
but
think
then he
the
will
thing
need to
is, yeah,
spend to
I was
win that big thing that they
yeah,
want to.
and like that's the thing. That's the thing. The difference between our standards for him and PSG standards. So that's the difference. Like PSG, I think Luis Enrique has to deal with the process, and then be more of a process in the Champions League. Because look, they've made some good signings, not denying that. But we said that last summer, and what happened? Knocked out. We said that before the summer, last summer, flopped. So it's just the mentality. Like if they fix the mentality, I'm not saying they're gonna win it. They can get far. Look, for me, I'll classify a good season as win the Liga. Shit, that should be a standard actually. That's comfortable. And go far in the Champions League. At least get to the quarterfinals. You know,
Nah,
quarterfinals,
I still think quarterfinal is not enough. I just think just win. Or you win, or for me, that's it. You fell. I'm sorry.
semi-final. What about semi-final?
How long they've been trying to win the Champions League, like
But
Man City did? Man City
but their
finally won the
process.
Champions League.
Don't you think it's a process that they need to win it? Because the mentality needs to be fixed. We know the mentality issue. Now, selling Mbappe, I'm saying this, selling Mbappe will be the best scenario for them. Selling Mbappe will be your best. There's no captaincy issues. There's going to be no arrogant issues. That's why PSG, for me, need to sell him now. And that's what PSG are doing. They're trying to sell him, but Madrid do not have the money right now. Like, they don't have the money. And, I mean, it's like PSG, if they want, like I say, they need to sell Mbappe, and they want it. Like, it's the right decision for me. Perfect decision. Will Madrid come in? Probably will. And I think PSG should accept low. And when I mean low, 100 million. Because the fact that is, you're not going to get higher than 150 million. Because that's what PSG are asking for, apparently. 150 million. I think you'll get 150 million. Probably at best, you'll get 100. Because that, or at least 130. Because I don't think PSG, no team's going to offer that much with a year player on the contract. And literally, so if I was PSG, if the offer comes 80 million to 100 million, I'll accept it. Because you have 1 year left on his deal. I don't think anyone would want to pay 150 million. No matter the player, Mbappe's quality. I'm not denying that. 1 year left on his contract. I'll just accept 100 million and just rebuild because PSG need and Mbappe needs to be sold. And it's an arrogant issue. There's always arrogant issues in PSG. So I think Mbappe needs to leave first. Once everything's sorted, Mbappe needs to leave first, and then everything's set. Then you can redo. But you never know, man. I think if I was PSG, I would accept 100 million for Mbappe because no,
Yeah,
you're not going to get higher than that.
and clearly, obviously, Mbappe has made it clear that
He doesn't want to
it's
stay.
my
He doesn't
last
leave.
season at Paris Saint-Germain. So I think, yeah, we all agree that Paris Saint-Germain needs to sell him, and then with the new project with Luis Enrique, don't get me wrong, if he goes and smash League One like no one ever did it before, and then goes and reach the Champions League, maybe semi-final and the final and loses and be very unlucky, I might class that as okay, good season, he did
What?
well. But
But
for me,
don't
the
you,
expectations is with the money they spent through so many years, they spent so much money. They're trying. It was close through the COVID when they lost. That they was unlucky against Bayern. I mean, I was lucky as well, and I think it was in the semi-final against Atalanta. But look, my expectation as a neutral fan, seeing a club like Paris Saint-Germain, you will only do well if you win the Champions League. I'm sorry,
you expect
not
him to
winning
win
the
it?
Champions League,
Is that what your expectations are? Then to win it?
Yeah.
So you expect PSG to win the Champions League?
Sorry.
So your expectation for PSG is to win the Champions League? Is that your
A club
expectation?
like Paris Saint-Germain, the expectations, yeah, my expectations from them is they need to go out and win the Champions League. If they don't win the
I'm
Champions
looking
League,
at
that's it.
context. I'm looking at context here. The mentality needs to be fixed. And I think next season, no matter what you say, they're going to be a process. They're in the process. No matter what we deny that, we have to they're in the
Again, but
process.
that's every season. They seems to just like have a new project, a new process again. Like how long is going to take them? Is they're just going
I
to keep
think
roll over
Luis
with the
Enrique
new
is the
projects,
perfect
new
one.
managers?
They picked the right manager here. I think they've done well.
I think, like I said, I like his style of football. I like the way he takes the best of the players and stuff. But if you actually look back, he won trophies at Barca. I think I would probably won with that Barca team. But then he did not really did well anyone else. What happened in the last World Cup with Spain?
That's why for me, That is true. They got out in the was it quarterfinals, round of 16? Was it quarterfinals? That's Croatia. So what I would say is
Sorry, they
you
got
never
knocked
know. But
out
yeah,
by Morocco's on a penalty
yeah,
shootout in the last
yeah.
16. Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't expect anything from PSG in the Champions League. That's not my expectation for PSG. It should be, but they had the mentality issues. But we'll see what happens with PSG, man. I don't expect them to win it.
Yeah, but then the question in here, just to end on this video, will the Spanish coach do well? I believe he can do well if he has, the
Time.
support. He can, but he will need time, like you mentioned. But they don't seem to like giving time. If they give him time, I think he will do well, but they're gonna have to spend. But you don't have to spend money in football to win, right? But nowadays, it's hard to win without spending big money, and we've seen that more and more. But I do believe he might do well if they give him time. But look, Paris Germain, look after Luis Enrique, my Spanish boy. My Barcelona brother. So look after him. But we know what your club is like. So I'm not even going to mention too much in here on this video because otherwise you get banned from YouTube. But yeah, um thank you. If you enjoy watching, please
Yep.
make sure to smash the like, new to the channel, subscribe. God bless you all. See you on the next video.